Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. I haven't done a video for a while. So, far right. What's far right basically? What is it? Well, basically it seems to be anything, everything and anything that the left don't agree with. So, if you hold the view that immigration should be controlled, that the illegal immigration, the illegal migrants that come over on the inflatable dinghies and other small boats, as they keep being referred to, if you think that should stop and that these people who we don't know who they are in the majority of cases, they don't have any documentation because they've either destroyed it or they've never had it to start with or whatever, right? They don't have any documents, we don't know who they are, we don't know where they have come from. In a lot of cases, we have to do certain things like dental checks to estimate their age and such like. And in many cases, these people are causing serious criminality in the neighbourhoods that they inhabit and the hotels that they're put into. So, not to mention how much it costs us to house them in these hotels, to feed them 3 square meals a day, to give them things like access to phones, we even give them money for Christ's sake. They get an allowance. It's madness. But basically, so if you're against that, according to the left, everybody in the left, the news channels, the mainstream media, even the politicians now, even Starmer, that march that happened fairly recently in London, the Unite the Kingdom march, Starmer has said that we need to reclaim our flag from the far right. You're basically labelling hundreds of thousands, even millions of people that hold legitimate views as far right. You can't do that. I'm sorry, you just can't do that. You cannot do that. You're basically, that's like Hillary Clinton when she declared nearly 50% of the population as deplorables. I'm sorry, but politicians, you can't do that. That's not on. It's disgraceful and disgusting. And these views that hundreds of thousands, even millions of people have, are not far right. They're common sense. They want to keep their women and their children safe. They want their country to resemble, like, they want their culture to be preserved. They want their country to resemble England, yeah, if you're, or England or Scotland or Wales. They don't want their culture to die out. They don't want their accent to die out. They don't want their ways of living to die out. They don't want to be replaced. They don't want it. So this gives. I've just got a thought experiment here, right? So, say now you've got like some quiet, sleepy English village, right? And the population there are a bit older, say in their 50s and 60s, maybe a wee bit older. You had, I can't even remember who it was, but some idiot even said that the English countryside and these small villages need more halal meat. They need more diversity, and that they're not they're too white. They're too white. Yeah. So you've got a small sleepy village that's got elderly people that are white. Yeah. They've got their ways of going on, right? They've got their routines that they have. It might be that they haven't really experienced, like, they just don't leave the village that much and they don't experience like other cultures and things like that. Why should they? Why? Tell me why they should have diversity imposed on that small village where it's mostly elderly white people and they don't really leave that village and they've got their own ways of going on. Why do they need diversity? Why do they need that? Why do you think that you have the right to impose foreign cultures and that sort of thing on that village? You don't have that right. These people are happy with the way that they have their life set up, their ways of going on. They speak to each other, they've got a close knit community. it's difficult for them to adapt. When you get to a certain age, I'm sorry, it's just difficult for people to change. So when these foreign people start coming in droves, they don't know how to react. They can't communicate with them. Sometimes their accent's difficult for them to understand. And actually, sometimes they just legitimately don't want that. And you've got no right to say that they need to have that imposed on them. Think about the difficulties in them interacting with other groups of people, foreign people, the language barrier, the accent barrier, the new cultures that they bring in, their ways of doing things, the fact that a lot of them just will do whatever they want and they will and just take over the village, and you don't have that village anymore, and it's disgusting if you think that that is okay. It's vile. But so these people that want their own way of life, yeah, these people that are elderly in that small, close knit community village, are they far right? Why do they deserve diversity imposed on them? Please tell me why they deserve to have their lives uprooted, their culture changed. They a lot of, like what I've said to you, they don't understand accents. They find it difficult to adapt, and they're far right for that. You people are, you leftists, man, you are absolutely disgusting, absolutely vile if you think that that's a good idea. And your recent celebration of the death of Charlie Kirk, do you know what? Right, you've got the right to react like that, but it's fucking disgusting. And you need to have a word with yourselves. You need to actually look in the mirror and think, what the actual hell have I become? Because it's not right. It's not even left right anymore. It's good versus evil, and you leftists are evil. You just are rotten to the core. And do you know what? The ones that have lost their jobs and all that for slating and disparaging Charlie Kirk and his family, I don't normally I don't think that's a good way to go on, but you deserve it. You deserve it. Fucking idiots.